What is going on, everybody? I hope you had a fantastic Wednesday and you're getting ready for a very, very happy and thankful Thanksgiving coming up. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm bringing you the BKN Game Recap for the Brooklyn Nets as they took on the Toronto Raptors down there in Toronto, Canada. And after the Nets had a very, very, very bad poor showing last night against the Philadelphia 76ers, losing by the score of 115 to 106, we all had to wonder what the Nets are going to do to be able to bounce back and try to see if they can get back on the winning realm of things. Well, guess what? The Nets were able to do that. And just like I mentioned before, like I said last night, up and down, up and down, up and down. That is the Nets. Jekyll and Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde. And the Nets did it again tonight as the Nets were able to have a bounce back win, albeit a win while Toronto was missing two of their top players. But the Nets were at least this time able to pick up the victory by the score of 112 to 98, and the Nets are back on the winning realm of things as they are now 9-10 on the season, while Toronto drops to 9-9 on the season. The Nets overall, they played a better game in the paint. They did a better job rebounding overall. They had 39 rebounds in the game. Well, actually, I take that back. Toronto still did a better job rebounding. The Nets are still struggling rebounding the basketball. They are. They got rebounded 52 to 39. The Nets need to do a better job overall rebounding the basketball. They really do. Their lack of size right now is showing, and that's the problem. Their lack of size in the paint was not able to get the job done. But at the same time, the Nets, once again, how did the Nets win this game? They were able to hold their opponent under 100 points, and that's exactly what they did. They held the Toronto Raptors under 100 points in this game. And really, to be honest, the Nets got the job done mostly by their starting lineup. Their starting lineup carried them this game. And even with Kevin Durant having his worst game so far this season, the Nets were still able to put up 112 points. Kyrie Irving was the star of the game tonight. He had, in 28 minutes, he shot 11 for 16 from the field, 5 for 8 from the three-point line. He had 29 points, the only player on the Nets to score 20-plus points in this game. He also had 3 assists and 1 rebound. And the best thing about Irving's game tonight, he was able to limit the turnovers. He had 1 turnover all game. That's the biggest thing that the Nets did tonight, is they were able to limit. Irving was able to limit the turnovers. He paced the Nets out there. He did a good job getting the ball to his teammates. In fact, the Nets out-assisted the Toronto Raptors 32-16. The Nets got to what they needed to do, and that's passing the basketball. And Irving was the orchestrator of this whole thing, as well as Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal, another player that has been inconsistent all season. O'Neal, in 27 minutes, he was 5 for 8 from the field, 5 for 8 from the three-point line. He had 15 points on the game. He did have 3 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. You kind of wish he would calm it down with the personal fouls, but still, he was able to still have a consistently good game, including 7 assists and 4 steals. O'Neal was the leader on the defensive side of the court, along with Ben Simmons, who is continuing his turnaround after his early season struggles. In 33 minutes, Simmons was 7 for 9 from the field. He had 6 assists and 2 rebounds, including 3 steals and 2 block shots. Though he did commit 5 fouls in the game, he only turned over the ball once. So Simmons did get in foul trouble, but at the same time, Simmons was being a playmaker. He was not being tentative driving to the basket, and he's starting to get his points total going up. Remember, the Nets played this game without Seth Curry and Yuta Watanabe. They were down a couple of players on the bench. And the Nets were able to collectively put their stuff together to have a good performance out there on the court. That's what I like to see what this Nets team did. They put together a better collective effort than they did in a game against the Philadelphia 76ers. Also, Nicolas Claxton back on the double-double campaign. He had 14 points and 12 rebounds along with 4 block shots. He did turn the ball over 4 times, but he was able to keep his fouls down. He had 2. He was 6 for 7 from the field. But he had the double-double again. Claxton's continuing his good play in the middle of the court. He has had a couple of games where he was down recently, but this is the type of game that the Claxton need to take advantage of because Toronto has more of a smaller team, and Claxton at his 6'10 frame, he was able to take advantage of, or 6'11 frame, he was able to take advantage in the middle of the court because Toronto doesn't have a lot of big guys in the middle of their court. They're mostly, 6'8", 6'9", stretch, small shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards. Claxton has the height advantage in this game, and that's exactly what Claxton was able to do. He was able to take advantage of it, and he was able to come out with a double-double. And Kevin Durant, 33 minutes, he was 5 for 10 shooting, but Kevin Durant only had 12 points in the game. He turned the ball over 4 times, unfortunately, but he did have 3 block shots. He did have 5 assists and 7 rebounds, so he got the job done in other ways, even with him not being the primary scorer out there on the team. He was fifth scoring overall. In terms of the bench, a little bit shocking. The guy that had the most productive game off the bench was Markieff Morris, who played 18 minutes, most likely taking the spot of Yuta Watanabe, who was nursing a hamstring injury during this game. Morris was 3 for 4 from the field for those 9 points, and including 2 rebounds and 2 assists along with 1 steal. He was 3 for 4 from the three-point line. So you have your big guy, big power forward out there hitting three-point shots consistently. That's what you like to see. Otherwise not really much from the bench overall. Sumner got to play in a lot more minutes with Seth Curry down. He was 3 for 8 from the field, including 0 for 2 from the three-point line. He had 6 points in 21 minutes. He had 2 rebounds and 1 assist. He also had 3 turnovers and 5 personal fouls, though. So Sumner, he was having trouble taking care of the basketball and staying out of foul trouble, even though he did play 21 minutes. Cam Thomas, 2 for 5 from the field, 5 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds in 17 minutes. Joe Harris continues to just struggle from the field. 14 minutes, 1 for 7 from the field, 1 for 6 from the three-point line, 3 points. His minutes now are starting to dwindle because of the fact he's just been ineffective from the court. And it's going to continue unless Joe Harris can start picking it up, shooting the basketball. But right now, I keep him off the court. Now, I know that the Toronto Raptors did not have Scotty Barnes or Pascal Siakam in this game. Arguably, their 2 best players. Yes, they did have Gary Trent Jr. But at the same time, the Nets have got to take advantage of what's in front of them. Even if you have some players that are not there right now, you have to take advantage of what's in front of you. And now the Nets are back on the win column, and they have a matchup on Friday at Indiana to see if they can find a way to get back to 500. The Nets are on and off every single second. They're pretty much been hovering 2 or a game under 500. A game or 2 games under 500 this entire time. This is the chance now for the Nets to play against a Pacers team that's been good so far this year. They haven't been bad. They're 10-7 on the season. A little surprising for the Indiana Pacers with the talent they have on that roster. But this is a chance right now for the Nets to be able to pick up their play and try to get themselves a winning streak and get back to 500 in Indiana this Friday, on Black Friday. We'll see if the Nets can do that. But either way, the Nets were able to bounce back after an absolutely horrific loss against the Philadelphia 76ers without Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and James Harden. And yes, tonight the Raptors did not play without Pascal Siakam and Scotty Barnes. But you know what? Sometimes you got to take advantage of what's in front of you. Take advantage of what's in front of you. And when it's there, get the W. And that's exactly what the Nets did tonight. 2 of Toronto's top players were out due to injury, and the Nets were able to take advantage of it. And the Nets were able to come off with the win, and they were able to hold the team, the Raptors, to 98 points. Let's see what the Nets can do on Black Friday and see if they can get their record finally back to 500. And the Nets Kevin Durant did have a big day scoring. So, he got the job done in other ways, and Kyrie Irving was able to be the orchestrator on the offensive side of the court. We'll see what happens this Friday against Indianapolis. So, if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter, and game recaps surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the Nets. And let me know in the comment section what you thought about tonight's Nets game. Your pros, your cons, your state of the Nets, and how you're feeling with the Nets at 9-10 right now in the season, heading to Indianapolis to take on the Indiana Pacers, looking to try to get their record finally back to 500 on the season. So I thank you very much, everybody. Everybody, have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your significant others. Enjoy a lot of turkey. Enjoy a lot of family time. Enjoy all the food. Just enjoy the Thanksgiving tradition all together. Have a great night, everybody. Take it easy, and as always, let's go, Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and we all just live in it.